Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Vanessa here in the flesh, and if this is your very first time here, welcome to my channel. I'm Vanessa, as I've already said, and I'm here to give you guys a whole new vibe, you feel me? And if you're interested in this hair, go ahead and click that link in my description or that card up there. So if you're interested in seeing this beat down, then go ahead and just keep watching. Yeah. So I've been doing well since my last video. As you guys can see, I have hair. I feel like with spring coming, I have to go ahead and, you know, put some spice in my life, you know what I mean? So one thing I've been doing that I've added to my kind of like foundation routine is adding some coconut oil. And this is just some basic coconut oil that you can get at your local beauty supply. And it's like, I like the tube because it's super duper light and it's not that messy. And I just like to, you know, rub that into my hands and into my skin because I have dry skin. But I really like the way the coconut oil feels on my skin. Like, I literally feel so hydrated with this. And it just, let me tell you, it just makes your skin look so freaking nice. When I'm done applying my moisturizer, I just like to apply some of the Fenty Beauty, and I apply this primer in areas that I know get oily no matter what. Because even though you have dry skin, it will still produce oils. So I like to put this in areas where I know I'm going to get oily. Like here, I know for sure it gets oily, as well as this part of my face. So I really love the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay. Like, this is like a new like pop-in foundation that I've really been loving. I even prefer it over my high ends, but I don't know, I just like the finish of it, but it's a little bit on the light side for me. So I just add some of my Loreal Pro Glo, because this is just like one of my go-to drugstore foundations, and I learned to not apply a lot of foundation. Like, one mistake that I was making is that I was always putting on too much foundation. So you don't really need a lot. I kind of just like to, you know, put it where I can and leave it at that. And then what I like to do for all of my foundations is I like to take a brush and just distribute it across the face. I do this before the sponge because this doesn't pick up any product. It just leaves it on your face and evens out. See all that foundation? Look how it's just like, it made sure it was enough on my face. Like, I even think I went too hard on the foundation. But it's so flawless. And notice that I'm patting it on. I'm really not going in hardcore. Like, I'm kind of just, look at that. It just gave me a flawless coverage. But I only like to put it here just because it's super duper full coverage. You don't need a lot. And I kind of like to bring it in the nose. Let me show you. So I'll take my sponge and I'll just tap it in, but bring it in. See that? How I'm bringing it into the nose? This narrows your nose out before you start to contour and all those things. And I don't really bring it out there just because I want to make my face look wider. I want it to appear more narrow. So as you can see, I'm just bringing it in, my concealer. And then I like to just go ahead, lighten up my face just a tad bit because I already have, you know, big old head. Ain't no need to be going all in. So I kind of just tap this into the chin. As you can see, it just brings light to your chin. That's the whole purpose of this. I like to put it above my mouth because, like, I have discoloration around my mouth. As you guys can see, my lips are a little darker than me. That's okay. Just now, this is like when I'm doing those full coverage beats, you guys. Like, this is my version. I'm going to go back to an oldie but goodie, and this is the LA Girl Espresso Concealer. And like, I don't know why I stopped using this. I just, maybe because it's all dried up. I like to just put that on my forehead, because anytime that I have my forehead out, y'all, I have got to like snatch. And I don't like to contour too much, so you guys see how I kind of just like to bring it there. And then I just like to take my sponge, like, and I kind of just bounce that thing in there like that. I don't want too much of a contour. I just want a little bit. And that just like gives me just enough. And what it does is just like, you know, brings a little contrast to the face. You know, because I have such a round face. But you gotta work fast. Because look, bro, this ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna have to, I don't know. It's kind of looking a little streaky. This it. Yes, let it out. Flawless. Bad. I'm gonna set my under eye using some Laura Mercier. And one thing I've been doing is taking my beauty blender and dipping that baby in there like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? You have to blow it off. Because when you blow it off, you blow off everything you don't need. And I'm just using this to heavily bake because I want my feet to last. And I don't like to leave it on for too long. So, and I'm just baking in the areas where, again, you and I both know we will be so freaking oily. I don't leave it on for long. You know what I mean? I'm just going to take my same foundation brush. I'm going to take some MAC Dark Mineralized, and y'all, this is like my favorite all over face powder. So I'll take my Fix Plus and just kind of spray it on there, and then I'll rub it in, and it just turns it into like a cream, and it just melts in all of my makeup. I have been doing this, and it has literally transformed the way I feel about my makeup. It just makes it look more radiant, I guess, and not so much cakey, but it still locks in all of your makeup. So I really like this step. Like, you should add it to your routine. If you don't want to spray it directly into the pan, maybe you can spray your brush and apply it as an all-over face cream to powder. Like, you'll love it. And look, it just leaves your face with like a, I don't know, it just leaves your face with more sort of a radiance than anything else. To Ulta a few weeks ago, and I got this palette. It's called the Second Nature Palette. Well, it's called the Second Nature Palette by Morphe, and I've just been loving like these red tones. You guys know, like, this is all me right here. Like, I freaking love this. So I'm gonna take this NYX Professional Blending Brush, and I don't know, it's like really awesome to me right now. So I'm going to just take this brownie shade. Can you guys see that? Here. And I'm kind of just gonna, I don't know if like it's a little too dark. Let me just place that into my crease. I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it today, you know? This little orange here, I'm gonna layer that on top. How's that look? Now, it's always a disaster before it's a masterpiece. So don't judge. Judge your mama. Why am I still holding this? Come on, it's gone. What color now, Vanessa? It's like, what do you do when you're using the same color? Ooh, what if I did brown all over my eyelid? Let's see. I'm just adding some more of the red. I like to smudge out my lower lash line. It gives me like a seductive look. My favorite brush to add pigment is the MAC 247. It's like this really thin brush. You guys know I like to take my NYX multitasker, and I like to slap that in the back of my hand and put that on the lid. I'm gonna just do a really big bold eye. Might as well, right? Weird. I kind of let that settle. I'm gonna take some pigment in Blue Brown by MAC, and I'm gonna mix it with some tan pigment by MAC. Wow. Dual chrome look, which is to give it some dimension because I have such closed off eyes. See that? And I'm gonna just bring it all the way down here. Yeah, let's just bring it down. Might as well, right? I really want to add like this bronze here. I want to add that because I'm working on my transition, you know. I want my transitions to be more cohesive. I'm messing it up right now. Add shimmer. I'm going to use my Maybelline Big Shot, and this is just to get it over quickly. For my lashes, I'm going to use my favorites at the moment. These are the Miss 3D Volume Lashes from my local beauty supply, and I really like these. Just do I have makeup? Listen, I'm going through the most today, y'all, and I'm just rubbing it more on me. I'm going through the most today, y'all, but I'm trying. Okay, so I like these because they're super duper fluttery, and they don't like overly consume your eye. Like, one thing I had to learn by myself is that, like, Vanessa, you don't have to put the whole lash on your face. Guys, if the lash doesn't fit, cut it. If the band is too long, cut it. Don't be looking like Snoopy with droopy eyes. Another trick, I like to take the Brush On Adhesive Duo. This is like my favorite duo because literally it's not messy. They will literally help you. It just helps you control it better. See that? It's like you tap it in the middle, you pull up the side, and you tap in the front. But I'm going to go ahead, before I add some more mascara, I'm going to let these babies dry because I can't even see. So the next thing I love is the Queen Collection Bronzer. I have to say Queen because I am one, and so is this, but it's so pretty. I'm just taking the brush and I tap that off, baby, because this is so pigmented, and I just use this to bronze up my skin even further because I like to be bronzed up. You know what I'm saying? Always, always, always bronzed up. And I just like to, you know, go in circular and C motions around the face. Oh, baby alert. This is the Telescopic Mascara by L'Oreal Paris, and I found that this is the best one for drugstore. One of my subscribers told me about it, and like, I just went and tried it. And I am loving it for my lower lashes. I'm going to use my favorite blush at the moment, and this is the Telling Glow by MAC. And I know it looks like a highlighter, and it's because it is. It's an extra diminished skin finish that I like. But I like bronzers that also, I like blushes that also give off the iridescence. It just makes your skin glow, and I like having glowing cheeks. Alright, I'm going to use the LeBron's highlighter by Artist Couture and Jackie Aina. You can see I like to dip, tap, not too much, and then rub. Whoa. On the nose and the center, just bring that center focus to the face. A little on the chin here. Alright, now I have to put on my everyday, no matter what lipstick I'm wearing, liner, and this is the Kiss New York Luxury Lip Liner, and this is in Roasted Coffee. You can get these at the hair store. Lately, I've been taking my Manzi Cosmetics Sexpresso, and I know this is like a matte. It's like a tangerine, but I'm more into glosses. So this is Rihanna. No, this is Fenty Beauty's Spacesuit Lip Gloss, and I just like to little brush. Spray it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go into this palette here. It has like these two bright colors, one on this side, one on that side. I'm going to just like mix those together and pop it here. You know, just to, it's like my eyes are really dark.